Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Featherhoof.
And I am CarnagePanda.
And together, we are... idiots. But we're also here to talk about anime, because this is anime
Speak
talk.
for yourself, bro.
I speak for the both of us.
I do not approve of this message.
Look, I know you're one of those people who tries to hide the truth, but look, it's okay. Embrace it. Embrace it. It's okay.
You want me to hug you?
No! God, no. But what I do want you to do is to talk about some animes, because we're in anime talk
I have
for
some animes to talk about.
for week 9 of summer 2019.
Nailed it.
Yeah. God, I'm getting so good at that. And by good, I mean
the
not
best you've ever
good.
done it.
I sincerely doubt that.
Yes, it is. you do not remember all the times you fucked it up and you're like, this is week 7. Oh, fuck, it's week 9.
Nope, never happened. If that happened, there'd be video proof. I mean, please.
You can find it on his channel.
Yeah, probably. But, just this week, what did you feel about this week?
I felt things.
Oh, well, depending on which things you felt, that could be illegal. But,
They were good things.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
negative things.
Ah.
And really good things.
Ooh. That's what we call a very poor teaser. So, with that out of the way, I think...
Try not to spoil everything.
But
Like we usually do.
But I like the spoilers.
Yeah, we're going to spoil everything.
So, let's go ahead and spoil everything, starting with the first episode we watched this week.
Okay, so we're back to ranking them this week, and I put this one at the bottom because I feel that it has been very, very poor. And the thing that I'm talking about is Meatloaf Song, I Would Do Anything for Love.
That is an
I
awful
won't
song.
Do that.
That is a bad song. It's a famous song. And I know a lot. I know it's played on the radio a lot, but it is not a good song.
Also, the mommy isekai, because
That too.
thankfully this awful Medi Mama arc has concluded, and both Featherhoof and I have lived happily ever after. Or did we?
I did, because I now have an image of Medi as a giant-titted purple dragon. So I mean,
So yeah,
I will sleep well at night.
last week I was making fun of it because of the titties, but then I had to reverse my stance this week because the titties look less ridiculous than her hair does. Like she still has her same hairdo, but it just looks ridiculous on a dragon. And
I'll take it.
What?
I'll take it.
I don't really have much to talk about this episode other than how disappointed this arc has been.
It has been, although I mean, it's still got a couple of laughs out of me.
Ooh, do tell.
At the end, when they when I'm just skipping right through the episode, getting right to the end, when they're like, "Oh, that's right, you were here to earn SP. You were here to earn skill points. You can trade in every 10 skill points you earn for one spin at the gotcha gotcha
Yeah,
wheel."
so they got completely suckered because I guess Shirase forced them to. She scammed them.
I don't know how she forced them, but
gotcha. That's pretty much what gotcha games are.
oh yeah, that's
They're
why.
just the Japanese version of loot boxes.
Well, yeah, that's why I deleted a lot of good games from my phone. I was like, oh fuck this.
Oh, this is a gotcha game. Fuck.
Yeah.
Get it off.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, she scammed them pretty hard. I don't...
Except for
I don't
Dragalia Lost. I actually still kept that one on my phone, even though it's a gotcha game. That's a fun game.
I don't know if they actually got scammed. I'm not sure about the wording of how...
Yeah.
Of the potions that they got.
I want to know if that was like a mistranslation, because they were treating it like, oh no, this is horrible. But if I was playing an MMO and I got these potions that did this, I'd be like,
Yeah.
awesome! Fuck yeah!
They had a fucking pile of them too, and
Like, Misato got a metric fuck ton of potions that increases his HP, his maximum HP.
yeah,
And Y's got a metric fuck ton of potions that increases her maximum MP.
seems like a win.
Yeah.
Unless they meant that they were just... Well, even if they're just, like heal pots or mana pots.
Yeah.
That's still a good thing to have.
Yeah, generally speaking.
If you like wasting your mana on just like one enemy, you're like, fuck you in particular. And just like unload on that enemy. You're like, oh, I need more MP. Good thing I have all these potions back here.
And then, what's her name? Portia? No,
Portia.
Hear her name?
Porta.
Porta gets like a teddy bear. She got a plushie. Congratulations. I don't know. That kind of got a laugh out of me because they got scammed. It's like,
speaking of wise, I feel like they're really beating this. I feel like this was stolen from Konosuba because Megabee is the useless mage that can cast only one spell a day, the explosion spell.
Yeah,
because she really wanted to do that. It's the only spell she learned ever. And we have Wise over here, who is a caster, also useless like Megabee, because Megabee you can't take down in the dungeon because she'll kill everybody in the party.
Right.
Wise just can't really cast spells because she's either getting silenced and getting her spells locked, or in this episode, she gets all of her MP drained by Medi.
Yep. The only time it seems that she has any effectiveness with her spells is when she's torturing Misato.
Yes, I'm not sure because she killed him so much with the death spell that he leveled up and got a buff from it. So now, while he's dead, he can go around and spy on people's conversations and they don't know that he's there.
Exactly.
So, not a win?
Yeah. So it's like, so they won today. They win by making Medi Mama realize that she's not a bitch, but something was making her say those things or something, or like insinuating that her staff was controlling her or something.
Yeah,
I was confused.
They were insinuating that it was like the staff from Dragon Quest VIII, where if you touch it, it starts controlling you.
It's Dual Magus?
Yes.
Not Dual Magus!
If only we had somebody to voice act that guy, because I love that guy's voice.
Oh yeah, that was a fun voice.
But
so we're gonna go find a princess and turn her into a horse.
Yes,
I love that.
We're gonna get the Orson cart. And
the Orson.
All
right, Gov.
We're gonna go around the world and dance with our underpants out and have a grand old time.
I love Dragon Quest so much.
But
I don't care what anyone says. 8 is better than 11 in every respect.
I agree. Even though I haven't played 11 yet.
11 was great. 11 was absolutely fantastic. But I don't care what anyone says. 8 was better.
This seems to be the thing that's missing from this show, is them actually going on adventures. Like going into the dungeon and questing and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like you would do in an RPG. Or an MMORPG.
RPG.
Instead, we're met with these dumb arcs about how you got to get your relationship better with your mother, and that most of the mothers are bitches, except Momoko's the not bitchy one.
Yeah, she's like the uber saint because she like dotes on her child and lets him do whatever he wants.
And she's good at everything. She always resolves every conflict, no matter what.
I mean, I really do have to question like the morals they set for motherhood in this show sometimes. It's like it almost is like, especially this one where it's like you just got like I think she outright said like I let him do whatever he wants, and it's like what? I mean, granted, there's some things that I get.
When he shoved a firecracker up his butt and lit it on fire and blew his ass up, I was okay with it. Yeah.
I was like, it's like they're putting Momoko up as this like, paragon of motherliness.
Yes.
And she's ditzy. She's, kind of stupid. She heavily dotes on her son, and cooks for everyone. She's a good cook too. Remember, that makes her the most desirable woman on campus because she can cook. And it's just like, I don't know. And if you're not that, you're like an evil bitch. It's just sort of like,
Of course, the other two mothers that we have seen are evil bitches, though.
Granted, yeah.
My caveats with that, just basically what you said. They need to scale her back too.
Yeah,
to not
that'd
be
nice.
overpowered, and they need to go on adventures.
That'd be nice, for once. I mean, they've gone on adventures. It's just the adventures were stupid.
See, this is my whole problem with isekai, is that you don't get the experience. It's just wish fulfillment and overpowered characters.
Yes. Well, I mean, that wasn't always the case. I mean, like, one of the reasons why I fell in love with the genre to begin with back in the day with, like, Dot Hack. They weren't fucking overpowered. They got their asses beat a lot.
Yeah, but nowadays it's just, I've got to be an overpowered character.
Yeah, the wish fulfillment, male fantasy usually.
Or whatever that other fucking show is that's going on, the Ari Ferreira this season.
Which one was that?
Fucking terrible. The one where he, like, eats the meat of the monsters, he gets poisoned or whatever, and then, like,
the one where it's
eats
like
a vial of holy water, and then he's okay, and then...
The one where, the entire class gets isekai'd, but he gets, like, the equivalent class of a blacksmith or something?
Something, it was just terrible. There's, like, no happy medium within the isekai genre. It's like...
Except for when you get shit like Shield Hero. Which is amazing.
Like, unless we get a Konosuba or Shield Hero, or... Has there been anything else?
Dot Hack?
I haven't watched Dot Hack, to be honest.
Really?
No.
Dot Hack's fine. You never watched Dot Hack?
I put it on my list to watch it sometime, but...
I know so many people who are like, oh, I hate Dot Hack because it's just people walking around and talking. It's like, yeah, but I love the conversations and the points that they pose in that show. It's amazing. I love it.
I bought 2 of the games for the PlayStation, or PlayStation 2, the original ones, and they come with
Liminality.
Amine discs on them.
I watched all 4. I owned all 4 at one time.
So maybe I'll review that at some point, but...
Those are really good.
I just...
Except for the fact that it's like, the Liminality discs that come in Dot Hack are actually what's happening in the real world while you're playing the games.
Something I want out of isekai is like Log Horizon, where they have...
I've heard a lot of people talk about that.
They have 2 different narratives going on there. You have the one narrative of the archwizard guy who's like the main character. Okay. And they're all like max level.
Okay.
So you get the one side there of all the PvP and the adventuring and everything from the perspective of a max level group. Okay. And then you have all these other guys who are like starting out at level 1. So you also get the perspective of somebody who's going out on these adventures, grinding through it, and making their way up to the max level.
I'm gonna have to look into Log Horizon. I didn't know it had this kind of that kind of dichotomy.
Yeah, it's I really enjoyed it. Huh. I would certainly recommend it, especially for its opening.
The thing I'm looking for more from isekais is more Shield Hero. More Rising of the Shield Hero. That's what I'm looking for in isekais at this point.
Yeah, we need a stronger narrative with less overpowered characters and less Medi-Mama arcs.
No. Not less Medi-Mama arcs.
No
Medi-Mama
arcs.
No
Medi-Mama arcs.
No. Unless, and it's only permissible under one circumstance. It gives us giant boobed dragon girls. I am totally fine with that. It's okay.
If we went over this last week, I told you that in the Blu-rays, it doesn't matter how many boobs they show.
Oh God!
How many tits they show.
I forgot. No,
it's just gonna be fucking Gilbert Gottfried nipples.
Oh my God! I'm a nipple.
And they're gonna be spinning, and you're just gonna fucking hate your life. You're gonna be like, "Why the fuck did I buy this?" Even though I know you're not going to.
No, God, no. Well, that's when you like take you then put it into an editing program and edit a bra on every frame, Just draw that in there. Cover up them Gilbert Godfrey nipples. Just nope.
And you're gonna be watching this shit, and Cindy's gonna come in and she's like, "What the fuck? This is the weirdest shit ever. Why are you watching
Then I'm gonna
this?"
get divorced, and it's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be awful. She's gonna divorce me, and it's ugh. But I think we've like, even though we haven't even talked about like the morals or whatever the fuck they were talking
There's
about.
no moral to the story.
The motherly moral thing that Mamako tried to impart on Medi Mama.
I don't know. I was
battle
sleeping through this.
and-
I was sleeping through this episode.
It had a battle, which was okay, I guess, but I just want to move on because
we
I
watched better battles this week.
Yeah, we did. We absolutely did. So yeah, I'll be honest, guys. We may not even we went on like about 6 different tangents because this episode, as with the past 4 episodes of the show, have just been bad.
Yeah,
They've been
bad.
And it's too far. We're too far into the season to start something else.
I mean, seriously, I would usually just criticize somebody for going and throwing out the argument of it was bad because you're not saying anything, but it was bad.
Well, I mean, seriously, Well, we've given our opinions. You know, it's not fun. It's, you know, the main characters are over fucking powered, and it's just there's like issue result. It's like, oh no, there's an issue. In comes Mamako. Oh, issue solved. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you like when I was a teenager, I liked to use the Game Shark because you could do things with that.
Oh yeah.
And cheat my ass off, but
like have Sephiroth in your party in Final Fantasy VII and just like wipe the floor with everything.
yeah, and nowadays my favorite part of video games is actually the beginning and the low level parts before you get overpowered.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I lose that experience of these shows, and I'm just like on board.
Well, what's kind of funny is that Masato and the entire group are all low leveled because Mamoko's an XP stealer.
That's true. I don't have anything else to add.
Neither do I.
We wasted enough time just rambling on randomly about other bullshit that has nothing to do with the show.
Yep.
Just to fill space. Hint, hint. We're cheating.
Sorry, but it's just we're hoping that now that the
they in the end of episode spoiler thing. The next time on Dragon Ball Z, which always cuts off on this one, because they really don't care.
Nope.
We're getting a new arc at least,
yes.
And hopefully it is better. It's not going to be hard to be better than this arc.
I am crossing my crossed fingers. I'm really crossing here, hoping.
But yeah, I can't wait for the next episode just to see if they go in a different direction, a better direction.
Let's hope. But until then, and let's all collectively gather our hopes, hold them to our hearts, and in the meantime, move right along. I am personally bummed that we had to put this down here at this far down the list. Astra Lost in Space is next.
Tell us your thoughts on this one.
They had one hell of a leap of logic here.
Yes.
I mean, this wasn't like even Shishio from fucking Dr. Stone is looking at them going, "Damn, that's one hell of a leap of logic there." Jesus.
No, he's not. He's sitting there going, "It took you that long?"
No, I'm sorry, dude. Okay, so you remember how the last episode ended with they're like, "Oh my god, Funi is a clone," or I'm sorry, the same person as Kiteri. Well, from that one blood sample, well, I guess technically 2 blood samples, but that one result, they came to the conclusion, get this, all of them are clones of their parents. By having no substantiating evidence for this, they have convinced themselves that there was a plot that they are clones based on the fact that, like, the one, what was it, Luca's dad is, like, doing some, or was it Luca's dad is doing the memory transfer?
I thought it was like Zach's dad.
Was it Zach's dad? Okay, yeah. Zach's dad, okay. So it's like, they're like, they put together all these like little tidbits of information based on their parents and that one blood sample, that one blood sample result, that they're all clones of their parents, well, parents, quote unquote, and that they're going to be used as vessels for their parents to put their memories into the clone bodies, that they're, and then become them.
Yeah, so I'm interested in how this is handled in the source material, because I feel like maybe they just cut some stuff out and just cut a few steps out of the process.
There had to have been.
Get this, we're all clones.
Because there's even one scene where it shows some of the parents all gathered around, like they eat like the Legion of Doom, and they're like talking about their evil plan.
And the Legion of Parents.
But like, it's cut in such a way that I had to question: was it actually happening, or were the kids imagining that? Like I couldn't.
I didn't think of it that way.
That I was questioning, like, oh wait, is this a cut to like what's actually happening, or is this the kids like speculating?
Yeah, that's a different perspective of looking at it. It may have actually happened, or it's just the kids imagining the nefarious plot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like I'm telling you what. Like I said, there has to have been they have to have explored it deeper in the manga, because I'm sitting there watching that anime going, how did you take that and get that? Where's the bridge that like connects A to B?
This is an actual plot hole. This isn't like, oh, this character just got written out of the story, therefore that's a plot hole. This is an actual fucking plot hole because it's not logically consistent. It's like, how the fuck did you get to that conclusion? You just shishioed your way to it.
I know. I mean, maybe that is actually the thing that's happening. Maybe that's the thing. And if it actually is, that's kind of an interesting story. I dig that. I'm just complaining about how they got there. Like, there should have been a bridge there. It's like when, it's like having missing time. Like, we were abducted and we missed the crucial point. It's like, wait, what? It was 9:03, now it's 9:35, and we're at this conclude. How did we get here? How the fuck did we get here?
On that note, when I arrived at Featherhoof's house, he was watching things about the Men in Black.
Because they are the Men in Black.
Yeah, that's a deep, dark plot hole.
I mean, if, again, this is still a leap of logic, but if you do take information from previous episodes about what their parents did, and they said the one common factor we have, the one common factor we have is that we were all unloved, and it's like,
there is no good foreshadowing on this at all.
There isn't. I'm just saying, okay, if you take, with this in mind, like the conclusion they got to, and then like reverse engineer it, you can go, I can see, I guess, maybe how they could have.
I don't think I buy it.
But it's just, there was a suspension bridge that should have been there of them getting to that conclusion that's completely not there. And I don't like that at all. And that's what like most of this episode is dedicated to. And then it's like Kanata like going from person to person, figuring out how they feel about things and stuff like that, and trying to cheer them up or stuff like that. And it's really all this episode is dedicated to.
There's only two parts of this episode that matter. Is, oh my god, we're all clones. This is like
seriously, the only other way for this to be ridiculous is if Shishio from Dr. Stone like walked in and went, "Oh look, clones!"
This is exactly like how I felt about watching Soylent Green. Because
okay,
you always know that. You know that because everybody has spoiled it for you.
Okay.
You know how the movie ends.
Right.
The guy runs out and screams, "Soylent Green is people!"
Right.
But when I'm watching the movie, I'm just like, there's a real logical disconnect between what I'm expecting at the end and how this movie is playing out.
See, I've never actually seen Soylent Green. I've never actually seen it yet.
You need to go watch it. just so you could be like, how did they get to this ending scene?
Yeah, it's like the ending scene is a very famous scene.
Yeah,
so
because everybody has spoiled it for you.
Yeah. Huh.
I was in the store one time and some dude was acting like nobody has ever spoiled that movie. And he's like, yeah, this is how Soylent Green ends. I'm like, okay, yeah. So you had to entertain him. And then somebody in the... I'm going on a deep tangent here. He's like... somebody in the back of the line is like, I hear that we're going to be taken over by the Chinese. And then some dude in the back is like, if I hear one more thing about China. And he got like fucking livid. But anyway...
But there was one last little like 5-minute segment at the end.
Yeah, so there's one segment at the end. There's a deep conspiracy going on.
Something's going on. What's her name?
Because
what is her name?
Polina comes out and she's like, oh
yeah,
because they found they're going to the final planet before they get back to their home planet.
And Zach fixed like a long range telescope on the ship.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, we got the telescope that shows us home. And Polina comes in and she's like, oh, we're going back to Earth. And he's like, well, she's like getting super excited over it at first. And then she looks at it. I finally get to
go home. It's been so long.
Like, it's been so long. I get to go home. And then she looks at it and she's like, something about this isn't right.
It's like, is that Earth? Wait, is that Earth? I can see like the continents are all wrong. Like there's Africa, I guess, but what's that island?
No, that doesn't even look right.
And they're all looking at like, the fuck is Earth?
They're like, what the fuck is Earth? What are you talking about?
And like, she's freaking out. She's like legit like just freaking the fuck out. She's like, well, what the fuck? If you're all from Earth, where are y'all from? And they're like, Austria? Duh.
Yeah, so
like, wait, what?
They're from the planet Austria, and Polina's from Earth. So, somewhere while writing the manga, M. Night Shyamalan just came in, elbowed the author in the face, and was like, here's a twist!
Yeah, so that is very... I didn't think about that at the time. That is very Shyamalanian. That is incredibly Shyamalanian. So, we're going to see where that goes. Again, I feel like there... And once again, there should be like the suspension bridge, you know, from point A to point B. A story to follow here. But it's like, where is it? You forgot to build the bridge. But yet somehow we're at point B already. How did we do that?
We don't need no stinking bridges.
So, yeah. If you were able to follow it better than us, hey, call us idiots in the comments below. Let us know why, you know, it's like, hey, you're idiots. If you would notice, blah, 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 blah. Put it. Let us know. Maybe we're dumbasses. But,
yeah, just put it down below. Be like, you guys are idiots. You're bald and you're fat and fuck you. This is how it went down.
Then please, do that. In the meantime, any final thoughts on this episode of Astra?
No. I don't have any final thoughts. No.
Okay.
Not at all.
So then with that, let's go ahead and move right along.
Today on Dr. Stone, we eat ramen.
Yes, lots of ramen.
The most anime thing ever.
Because, you know, if anime has taught me one thing, Japan eats its weight in ramen daily.
I don't feel like that. I feel like there's a disconnect between reality and anime.
What? Bullshit.
Anime, they eat so much ramen, but
so
I feel like
so
in real life it's probably not like this.
So in real world Japan, they don't eat their weight in ramen, wear really short skirts, and live in really windy cities where giant robots and monsters fight each other.
The giant robots fighting each other may be a reality at some point. That part's plausible.
Okay.
The rest of it, I don't.
No kaiju?
I don't. Maybe.
But what like twice their body weight in ramen? They have to eat twice their body weight in ramen daily, right? They do that. Right in Japan, they do this. Oh, anime tells me they do this.
Anyway, anybody who eats ramen is forced by our dictator, Senku, to work the
God, I love that.
The iron grill,
the iron forge.
Yeah, the iron forge, because he wants to make iron so he can get his magnet.
Now, did anyone notice that he turned his iron forge into a butter churner?
Really?
One-handed butter churners.
You may have a point. By the way, has anybody figured out how magnets work yet?
Don't ask the ICP. They have no fucking clue.
They may not be experts on this. Might have to ask a third grader. How do magnets work, bro?
What was that show that Jeff Foxworthy hosted? That Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure those kids know. Those
kids have to know.
Yep, absolutely.
Those kids are fucking smart.
Mm-hmm. Is that show even still around?
Probably not. I don't even watch TV, so if that show's still around, make sure to tell all us idiots.
Okay. Oh god. So we got a new character in this episode, though.
Yes, we got a new character. He is a magician from Japan, and he does magic tricks.
And he is the self-proclaimed shallowest man on the planet.
I must have missed that part.
He said it like 3 times.
Okay, he's very shallow too.
Yep. He because he don't care. He's okay. Just what the TLDR version. He's been sent by Shishio.
Yes, he has been sent by the kingdom of primate monkey Shishio to verify that Senku is dead. I don't know why, because I think that Shishio could just look at a cloud and be like, Senku's alive.
Yeah, probably. I mean, a butterfly go by and he went, Senku's alive. But and then the guy, they say his name 5 million times, and I even tried to commit it to memory and I forgot.
That's because you have committed Kohaku's booty to your memory, and that has blotted out everything else, which we'll get to later.
Oh yeah, that actually. Oh yeah. It did that. What was that butt battling anime you loved so goddamn much?
Oh, Keijo. Keijo is the best thing ever. Go watch it. Featherhoof thinks it's too ridiculous to watch, but
Kohaku Keijo'd that name right out of my brain.
Yes.
It's like, boom.
Anyway, Senku's being an evil overlord, as Kohaku keeps pointing out. Bro, are you sure you're the good guy?
He keeps making these evil demonic faces when he's like explaining his plans and shit.
She's like, bro, are you the good guy? Like, do you have to ask this question?
This shouldn't be a question he's asked, but apparently it is. So, I mean, I love this guy, Aragaki Ren, I think his name was. It sounds about right.
I'll go with it.
Because they say his full name every fucking time.
He's apparently a famous magician during the time.
And novelist.
Well, he wrote some books on magic. So he's very, very famous.
And he calls himself a mentalist.
Yes, he's a mentalist. Whatever the fuck that is. It sounds like a class in a RPG.
It does, actually. But I love it because he's like, I don't care who wins. I don't care if Tsukasa wins, or if Shishio wins, or if Senku wins. Whichever side makes me more comfortable, that's the side
He's
I
like,
go.
I'm going to side with whoever gives me the better deal. On the one hand, if I go with Shishio, I'm going to get a harem of women, and I'm going to spend all my time in the hot springs with them, and I think that's going to be the best life ever. What do you have to offer?
Melonhead comes up and goes, what's a harem? He's like, you don't need to know that yet, because
you don't need to know that, little girl.
And it's like on the other, it's like on one hand we got that, and on the other hand we got Senku who give me like ramen and shit, but I have to work really hard.
Yeah, the reason that he got outed is because he was eating the ramen and he was like, I think I would like some cola to go with this. And Senku was like, what did you say?
Which actually, I did not notice this until this episode. Because for whatever reason, anime openings have to just like spoil the entire like season. There's actually a moment during the opening where it shows a bottle of cola being opened and fizzing over.
he may get his wish.
There's a little brief little, like, it's really fast, but... So he's like, well, you know, I mean, I could go back and tell Shishio that you're alive, and that would ruin your entire plan, now wouldn't it? But, you know, I could just go back and give him a false, you know, testimony that you're totally dead. You know, I could do that. And, you know, Kohaku's all like, I can kill you right now, you motherfucker. You know, men who are shallow like you deserve to either be dead or imprisoned. I don't know where she gets that judgment from, but...
Kohaku is very aggressive.
She is very much so, yes.
Very, very aggressive.
You know, I wouldn't say aggressive as much as she's a very, like, you know, actions. Like, she's like, you know, do first, ask questions later. She
does have a very, I would say, active personality.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
This is a shonen, right? I think it's a shonen. I think that would put her in like the top tier of female characters in shonen.
Although Senku puts the kibosh on that, he's like, no, he's got to go back.
Don't kill him because Shishio has deduction powers, and he would deduce that I killed him even though you killed him.
He would deduce that I'm totally alive by that by Ren not showing back up.
It's like. Maybe he got beaten to death by gorillas, or...
Yeah.
He ran into the boar kid from Demon Slayer.
Which I hear is a bad thing. But, to run into him. Because apparently he'll kill anybody.
I don't know.
But, this episode, it's actually really hard to describe this episode, because it sort of goes all over the place. It had like 4 different subplots. It's like we have the subplot to introduce Aragaki Ren, and subplot about, you know, getting the villagers to be his workforce. Then we're like, now we've made the iron, and now we need to like make a magnet, and it's like, wait, whoa, time out. Not steel. I'm sorry, not iron, steel, but.
I'm actually confused on that because he said he was going to make steel, but then he makes iron.
I thought it was the other way around. He said he was going to make iron, but he makes steel. But
like he does get the components for making steel, which is iron and coal, but it's all very confusing how they come out because he wants to make a magnet, so just make iron. And long story short, they do make the magnet.
Well,
it's a great success. But the reason he wants to make the magnets is to make electricity.
To make a generator.
Yeah, make generators to get electricity.
Yes. Which Aragaki Ren was really impressed by. He's like, oh, the fuck? Wow.
Are you going to make smartphones next?
Well, it's like, I love it. It's like, he's like, well, how are you going to do that, huh? You're just going to produce electricity, huh? He's like, oh, no, I'm going to capture lightning. And then just goes, it's like, God's like, gotcha, bro.
Yeah, the thunderstorm was kind of too...
on the point.
It was too convenient.
Well, it wasn't convenient. That was the thing. Is like, you know,
they could have done a cut until they were like waiting for a thunderstorm to happen. They could have just cut, but no, thunderstorm pops up.
Well, I love it because even Senku's like, no, this is like the worst case scenario.
He's like, I'm just not prepared.
So worst case scenario, and not being prepared, he actually makes copper wire from nothing in minutes.
Yeah, and then they take the magnet. Well, they take the iron that's going to be the magnet.
Yeah, they take
up to an
iron bar,
clearing up on the top of the mountain.
On top of this is kind of funny because it's literally they're on the top of Bald Mountain. For those who've watched Fantasia, you should get that.
Yeah, don't go hiking on a mountain when there's a thunderstorm because that's a very bad idea.
You might meet Chernobog.
Well, they get the magnet set up, but there's a problem. They can't get it up high enough.
Their plan was like to build a tower sort of structure to like prop it up on, and they're like, shit, we don't have enough time. The storm's about to leave, and then poor Silver and Gold. I'm not gonna call them by their real names because I can't remember them, but.
Well, that's their names, Silver and Gold, basically.
Gold's all like, you know, they're both watching, and Kohaku's all like, Gold spear. And he's like, no! It's like, bitch, give me! And she kicks it out of his hands.
Yeah, there's like no defense against Kohaku. She like perfect disarm on him. And she takes a spear up there and jams it in the ground.
No. Let's take this step by step what she does. Because it's like...
This is a very important scene.
She kicks it square out of his hands. It goes flying into the air. She then jumps into the air after it, rips out her hairband, ties the... And I guess she had the metal bar, the rod in her hand, ties it to it while in midair, flips about 16 times, while she spins and flips and everything, ties it to the golden spear, and then it comes down at the most provocative of angles that makes you go,
ooh. There is the most glorious booty shot of Kohaku you could ever imagine.
Coming at your face. It's just like, whoa. It's like, if you had 3D glasses on, just to be like, ah.
Like, there's no ambiguity about this scene. It was a fan service scene.
Yeah. And then she, lands it in the ground while still doing this pose that, perfectly covers, the spear is in such a way that it perfectly covers
the spear is in such a way that it would block the money shot.
Yep. Her spear, the spear plus, I think, one of her feet, was in such a way that, blocked the perfect shot.
I have zero problems with this scene, contrasting it to the character from Fire Force, which is just disgusting.
Yeah.
But I don't have any problems with this scene, and the scene's in another show that we'll talk about later.
And then it's just perfectly, lightning strikes it, melts the copper wire to it, and creates magnets. But I did laugh.
How did those work?
Even Kohaku was like, how do these work? The fuck?
She's like, I don't think that we succeeded. I can't put them together. Some force is keeping them.
That was fucking
like,
bro,
what?
You got it backwards. I don't know, he comes and grabs it and yanks it through the air.
Yeah, so I think they made a very powerful magnet, and I was thinking at the time, do they have anybody strong enough to get these apart?
That is actually a good question. Apparently they did.
Apparently they did. Maybe it was a team effort.
Or, if it was me, if I was making the show, I would have put this in here. It's they would, okay, hold on, let's reverse the poles again so we can get them apart. And it just shoots them across the room. But, yeah, so they create these giant copper discs that they put the magnets on, and then they get the silver and gold to generate them to create a light bulb. What they call it, an Edison light bulb?
Yeah, an Edison bulb or whatever.
But it's just
anyway, they've got a source of light
that can be seen from space.
It is a very brilliant source of light because it lights up the entire village.
Dude, it apparently it apparently lit up the entire island of Japan because you saw it from space.
Yeah, you can see it from space. I'm not sure this was the best thought out plan because I feel like Shishio would see that. Unless he's busy in the corner eating glue.
And I'm also kind of confused because somehow this is still on his path, his little drawn out pathway to getting to penicillin.
Yeah.
We need iron/steel to get electricity, and then step 3 ? Step 4 profits. Penicillin.
This is exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is.
So I'm still a little... he what was it, 2 or 3 episodes ago, he laid out the entire plan, and he laid it all out, and it was drawn, and you could read it. But I'm still confused, even though how this is going to lead all the way over to penicillin.
Yeah, so he could have gotten mold, or get electricity, get light, get industrial factories to manufacture, and follow all these other steps, get a workforce, become a capitalist, exploit your labor, just to make penicillin to cure this one girl.
And what's funny is that he even said specifically they were going down the sulfur route.
Yeah.
So the rock route.
Yeah.
So it's go get the rock. Wait. I don't know how they make penicillin from rock. It's one I'm allergic to anyway, so I can't have it.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on this. I did not go to school for medicine.
Me neither. No.
So this is way outside my area of expertise.
But yeah, that's pretty much where it ends, with him lighting up space. And defeating the darkness.
Did they cast magic missile?
No, it's defeating the knights or whatever
Yes, they have defeated the night.
He's like, Crow, are you afraid of the dark? Because he apparently loves sitting around, campfires with other Canadian teenagers telling ghost stories. But he's like, yeah, I guess so, yeah, sort of. He's like, good, because I banished the night.
In my era, there was no night. Okay,
Even though
bro.
there was.
We had defeated the night, so this is
like got really poetic.
This is like the start to a what do they call it? Dark fantasy book where they have a bunch of vampires, and Siku's like, long ago, we defeated the night, but the night returned.
Oh, but that was Dr. Stone this week. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's just sometimes I feel this show loves to like let's cram 4 different storylines in one episode. We can do that, right? Yeah, let's do that. But then they're like sort of like like threaded together. Although there was that one scene where like the big bullies of the village were gonna come and kill Senku.
This scene.
And
This scene is like what?
Aragaki Ren's all like, I got this, bro.
Yeah,
someone give me flowers.
This guy
right
walks
now.
up off the bridge. He's like, I'm gonna go fuck these guys up, and he's like walking like a pro wrestler. He's like, yeah, I got this, man.
And Aragaki Ren comes up, and he's like, hey, we didn't summon the thunderstorm. We're going to get rid of it instantly. He's like,
with our sorcery.
He's like, oh, really? And how am I supposed to believe that? And, we're going to do it just like this. And he like does like a parlor trick, like a sleight of hand, so that the
He does
flowers
a sleight of
disappear.
hand to make the flowers disappear. And he's like, okay,
Yeah, he's like, oh,
I'm going home now.
all right then. Just making sure. Got it. I love this shit. It's like, oh, okay.
That's one way to win a battle, I guess.
Against an idiot? Yeah. Other than that, I think we covered all the finer points of this episode, and we should probably move on. Good episode.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
I would give this 10 out of 10 Kohaku booties.
Because it was a 10 out of 10. Meanwhile, let's see what happened in some other animes. This week on Finland Saga, Vikings happened. Oh, and the London Bridge is not falling down. Not falling down. Not falling down. The London Bridge is not falling down, my dear lady.
This may change.
It could. It could, except for the fact that they were all, by the end of it, they were all like, yeah, well, we're going over here now. Fuck your London Bridge.
So I'm starting to get a little uneasy here because I feel like there might be 2 best girls now.
Really? Oh God, no.
Yes, I think the best girl Osclaud might get dethroned by new best girl Thorkel. Yes, Thorkel.
Thorkel is possibly one of the best characters this show has had.
Yeah, the characters of this show are really fun.
Well, oh yeah, Thorfinn's a blast and a half, isn't he? I mean, really.
Kill my father, I'm gonna fuck you up.
All his broody mopiness of...
Tachi killed my family. I'm talking about characters that are not Thorfinn.
or Thor's, his grand wisdom of nobody has enemies.
Nobody has enemies.
Right, says the man killed by his enemies, but
Apparently
whatever.
Thor's had enemies. His name was Floki.
So yeah, I think so far Osclaud's been the most fun character until
today,
Thorkel.
we need to do. Well, we met him back in episode 1. We just didn't know who the fuck he was. Yeah.
Are you sure that was him?
Yeah. They just didn't go back to him after that initial
I thought that was
opening
Floki.
sequence. No, Floki was not there.
What?
Or
No?
maybe he was, but Thorkel was there too.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll believe you. I'll believe you.
You better.
For now. So, Thorkel has abandoned the Vikings.
And they're not very happy about it.
And you know why he abandoned the Vikings? Well, partially for money. Partially for money. But also because fighting the English was boring.
And he's like, man, the English, they're just pushovers, and I needed an exciting battle, so I would to their side so I could fight you guys.
And then proceeds to wreck boats by Am I the only one who loves the fact that he names his moves?
Yes. So he does the classic shonen battle trope of announcing his attack before doing it, which is just complete nonsense. Because he's like, "This is my special attack."
He's like the big stone.
Big log.
It's like log dropper.
Yeah, log dropper. This is the attack where I throw a giant log onto your ship.
And there's like stern smasher. You know, he chucks the.
I have a giant. This attack is where I use a giant boulder to throw it at your ship and sink it.
Thorkel is by far the best character the show has. I love it. And Askeladd's all like, well, he's like, Bjorn's all like, so you got a plan? I mean, I was here because, you know, you promised me people to kill, and we ain't killing people. He's like, well, I don't have a plan so much as I got an idea. And it's like, hey, Thorfinn, go kill Thorkel.
So before we go any further, Askeladd is a great troll.
Mm-hmm.
Thorkel is a great troll.
Yes.
Now, they did call Doors the troll of
Yorm.
Yeah, they called him the troll. Did they mean an internet troll?
No, I think they actually meant, you know,
a troll that lives under a bridge.
As in the big hulking monstrous
guy that's just gonna fuck people up.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that they meant he was an internet troll. He was like Askeladd and Thorkel here before he had his change of heart and was like, war's dumb.
Or maybe that's why he's called the troll. Only a troll would say a stupid ass line like, "There's no way nobody has any enemies."
He was just trolling them.
Yes, he was trolling his own son.
He was trolling the whole fucking time.
Like, son, no one has any enemies.
He went to his fucking wife later that night. He's like, I told Thorfinn that nobody has any enemies. It was my best shit post ever.
And that's why he was the troll of Yorm.
Yes. Yorm was just some forums. Okay, I'm done.
So, Thorfinn, being all the edgelord as he is, he's like, well, if I bring his head back, you'll give me another duel? He's like,
and Oscar's like, yeah.
Yeah, sure, buddy. He's like, if that, I don't have to pay you any money or feed you or anything.
I mean, I keep winning, so why not?
Sure, I'll keep beating you in duels. Fine by me. And they actually get him on the London Bridge to fight with Thorkel.
Which is a mistake.
Yeah.
Because Thorkel is like 3 meters tall. He's bigger than this room.
Yeah,
his hands are bigger than our heads.
Dude, so like to stop like the archers from firing at Floki's ship, he went. So he told the guy to stop by putting his hand over his head.
Yeah, that's just to put it in perspective how big his hand is. This guy is a fucking giant.
Like Thorfinn actually after because he's like, this idiot's gonna fight me barehanded, and he goes to punch at Thorfinn. Thorfinn has to dodge it and goes, oh shit, that's why, because that punch would have killed me.
He's like, yeah, I don't have enough HPs to take a hit from that guy.
No. And he's so fucking tall that all of his weak points are out of my reach.
I gotta figure out how to get there, and he comes up with a plan.
Good plan. It's a good plan.
But Thorkel is too smart for it.
So he ninja runs really low to the ground. He ninja runs at Thorkel, and Thor goes, oh, he's hugging the ground. I will kick him. And he misses, and Thorfinn goes behind him and kicks his legs out from beneath him, which I love watching him fall like, oi, 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 oi.
He's like, oh, he got me.
And on his way down, it looks like, oh shit, did Thorfinn just win? Because he's like, the next scene as he's falling down, it shows Thorfinn like in his fucking face, like right here. And it's just like, you hear the sound.
It's like, oh, he's got him.
Yeah. But Thorkel, he's not slow. His hand came up and he just took the blade. Like,
Yeah, he just pulled his hand up. He was like, oh, I stopped it.
He's like, this hurt. All with a smile on his face the entire time.
This hurts.
This hurts like hell, but Jesus Christ, you're good, kid. And he like grabs Thorfinn's hand.
He's like, I got you now.
And then proceeds to Incredible Hulk him.
Yeah, he's just like,
boom,
puny Viking.
And Osclad goes,
well,
shit.
This plan didn't work out.
Time for a strategic retreat.
Let's go back. Let's just go home.
Oh, I love it. And he's like, "Hey, kid, you still alive?" He's like poking with poking a dead thing with a stick. He's like, hello? Come on, we're having fun. Come on, don't be dead. And Thorfinn like cuts his fingers off to get the grip off of him, and he's all like, "Hey, kid, you're good.
You cut my pretty good, kid.
Jeez, my fingers.
Man, you took two of my fingers off."
He's like, "Damn, man.
My fingers are bigger than your arm, and you took them off."
So, jeez, I can't give high fives no more. I can give high threes. You want to give high three, kid? Come on. But,
yeah, Thorfinn's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
Well, it's like, I think you might have been right now to think about the scene about him being in the first episode. Because, like, he goes, it's like, "Hey, warrior kid,
yeah,
what's your name?"
He's like, "I love you, kid. You're great. What's your name? I gotta know your name."
He's like, oh, as emo as he can. He's like, "I'm Thorfinn.
I'm Thorfinn. Dude, you thought you killed my family."
He's like, "Wait a minute."
He's like, "Wait, doors?"
And he's like, it was like at that very moment, he's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Like just slide.
And then Thorkel runs up to the edge and he's like, "You're going home?
Come on
back. I was having fun. You're great, kid."
Come. He literally extends the invitation, like, "Come back if you're able to fight again." And Archer's like, "Should we kill him, sir?" Like, "No, that was awesome."
And then we go back to the evil plan of Floki being very square-headed.
Yes, and talking with the King of Norway.
Yes, the King of Norway.
He's all like, "My son will stay here with 4,000 troops, because otherwise it's going to take us like a year to get to secure this place."
I don't want to take it. No, we can't take that long to capture London. We got everything in England in like 2 days. We got 2 days, man. And he's like, "Okay, my son's gonna stay here." And then Ragnar's like, "This is fucking stupid. I don't like this plan."
And then the King's all like,
seems to be the only things that Ragnar ever says.
Yeah, pretty much. And the King's all like, "Too bad. You raised him under the Christian God, which made him weak."
He's like, "Yeah, Christianity made him weak.
So now
now he has to stay here."
Yeah. So until he can prove his manliness. And with 4,000 men. And the rest of us, we're going to go march on to Wessex. And
then they cut, and there's a scene of Thorkel watching them all the Vikings in the boats. They're like withdrawing, and the Englishmen are like, "They're leaving. Does this mean we won?"
We won! Yay!
And Thorkel's like, "What? What? No, come back. I want to fight you.
You pussies! You cowards! Come back! Urgh!
What am I gonna do
now? That guy in the opening credits song, you know, the guy's like, "Ah!" That's Thorkel. When the guys
he's like, "Ah!"
And then we also get Thorfinn floating down river with what did he say? A dislocated shoulder,
broken ribs,
a sprained ankle, and his pride. His pride's pretty broken. He
probably ate glue as well.
Yeah. Took an arrow to the knee.
No, that was the guy earlier in the episode.
No, he took an arrow to the neck.
He was an adventurer until he took an arrow to the neck.
So he was alive until he took an arrow to the neck.
Anymore.
It's like, "I was like you once. I was once alive, but then I took an arrow to the neck." And then he wasn't anymore. So he like limps back to where the Norse army, which now Osclad's traded in his boat for a horse.
And he's like, "Thorfinn, you're still alive."
Shit.
Well, look at that shit.
"Well, hey, come with us if you can. Otherwise, get the fuck out." And Thorfinn's all like, "Fuck you," and he pops his shoulder back in place and then limps in line.
You know what? I've learned a lesson from Thorkel. Fighting isn't really that glamorous.
Oh yeah, because he was remembering Thorkel. He's like, "What's so great about fighting anyway? I'm emo. When Tachi killed my family." And that's where it ends.
So next time on Finland Saga, will Thorkel ever get to kill any more
I hope
Vikings?
so. I want to see him chuck. I love like at the beginning of the fight with him and Thorfinn, where he's just like whipping that log around his head and around his body, like it's like it was a spear.
This was a great action scene.
Yes, I love that.
We got a really good choreography, and there's a lot of 3D usage, but
it was done well.
It didn't look awful like
No.
Berserk or something.
Oh god. God, that 3D remake of Berserk was like a stain on that show. That show was so great in its original incarnation.
I think
They
I
should've
might
just
disagree.
continued it.
I think I might disagree.
Fuck you.
I think everything that's not inside the Golden Arc of Berserk was not as good.
Wait. Repeat that? I think I got lost.
The Golden Arc of Berserk, which is the part where they
Before
Griffith
got his hydraulic penis.
Yes, before Griffith got his hydraulic penis.
Okay. Watch like the final episode of the original
Don't
the Berserk
just watch
anime,
the final episode.
because then you'll get what I'm talking about.
Watch the entire series.
Well, you should, yeah. That was awesome. I loved it. So you saying that was bad?
You love the hydraulic penis.
No, the first original anime arc.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's the Golden Age.
I know, I was confused. I thought you were saying that was bad or something.
No, that's the only good part of it, I think.
Oh, you don't like the afterwards where he gets like the Berserk armor and
It just goes off in weird directions, and it doesn't have the same impact as the Golden Age.
Yeah, because suddenly he has like a cannon hand and a crossbow on the other hand and a giant sword.
I feel
and a
like it's
Berserker
two
armor
different.
and demons.
I feel like it's two different stories,
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
crushed together. You know?
Well, I mean, we're total tangent here, but if
Doesn't
you watch
matter.
that
Vikings!
that final episode of Berserk is just sort of like, oh, by the way, we're starting a new show right now. It's like it's totally different than everything you've seen up till now.
Well, the first episode had that stuff.
Well, sort of. Didn't have hydraulic penises raping
No,
women.
don't spoil it.
Which was, sitting there watching going, I'm uncomfortable. Like, really uncomfortable right now, but, Vikings!
Yes, so Vikings, tune in next week. Will Thorkel ever get to kill anybody else that is a Viking?
I hope so.
How weak has Christianity made the king's son?
Tone or something like that?
Cubone.
The word cute isn't his name, for God's sakes.
Yes, so Cubone, the king's son, may be weak because of his Christianity.
That was kind of funny. Christianity made my son weak, even for a man.
And will Thorfinn ever get revenge on Itachi for killing his family?
All these answers and more!
Next week.
Probably not answered, but examined next week. Until then, we have one more anime to talk about, don't we?
Maybe.
Okay. Look, hang around for the next, 2-3 seconds and find out.
Last but not least, how heavy are the dumbbells you lift?
Definitely not least, because this was by far the best.
I think this show has just elevated itself into the stuff of legends.
I think I've said this before, but in case I haven't, I will say this. I gotta eat crow on this. I do. Because
Suck it, nerd!
I said this show was gonna suck. I was like, I didn't like it at first. It was dumpster tier. And here it is once again at the top of our list because it's just that fucking hilarious.
This is definitely the best comedy this season.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it had some downs. So let's not pretend it didn't have some weaker episodes. It did. But this episode is not one of them.
So tell me about this episode.
Why? It's your turn.
No, that's not.
Muscles.
Yes, Odigai muscles.
Hustle muscle. As is our new catchphrase, apparently, from the end of the episode.
So our girls are there with Machio, and Machio's like, let's go straight to the exercises, and they're commenting, the one girl's commenting, don't you think that the show's moving really fast today?
I love the fourth wall breaks. They were so good.
He's going to this whole fourth wall break, and one of Machio's lessons on building up muscles.
In your back.
By
doing one of the... again...
I'm incorporating this into my exercise routine.
See, I didn't even realize this was an exercise. I do this every fucking day when I'm trying to get out of bed. So Edit. Fuck. Nope. Wait. No.
So at first I thought Hibiki was just planking. I'm like, that's an exercise? But it's just like stretching and...
Like, first it was like the rowboat machine, the rowing machine. Which, actually, I did not know you weren't supposed to put your, like, whole body into that. I didn't know you were just supposed to sit straight. I thought you were supposed to put your whole body into that thing. But,
Well, how are you going to target specific muscles if you're putting your whole body into it?
Well, like, I don't know. I was an idiot. It's called rowing. I thought you had to, like, when you're rowing, you know, you're putting your... Anyway. But yeah, then they show the non-equipment version, which is just basically planking.
But it looks so easy, I think I will do it.
Okay.
It's not a dragon flag, so...
Well, that means you can do it then.
It means that you can do it. 99% of people should be able to do it. And as they're doing this, Machio is like, I feel something in my pectorals.
He has the nipples of the future, I love it.
Start twitching, and he's like, what is this? What is this sensation?
I haven't felt it since that time.
I haven't felt it in so long. I haven't felt it since I've been around my master.
Oh, wait! Turns around. There is his master. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or whatever the fuck it is.
Which is obviously this show's stand-in of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Which I love so much that, like, because I like, you know, the teacher, the one teacher who's with them, she goes, oh, weren't you the one who played that time-traveling robot who came back to save the kid and said I'll be back? And they're like, shut the fuck up! Shut up! Before you get us copyrighted! You son of a bitch!
It's like, that was a totally different guy. No, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who starred in such roles as the Last Action Predator.
Yes, Last Action Predator.
And Twin Cops.
Twin Cop.
And Conan the Red Bull.
Yes, all Schwarzenegger movies.
Well, amalgamations.
Amalgamations of them.
Except for Conan the Red Bull, that one I don't get. Like Conan I did get, but the Red Bull part.
The Red Bull,
yeah, that one I did. I think
not sure.
Because even Twin Cops, you know, he was in a movie called Twins and a movie called Kindergarten Cop. I'm like, yeah, okay.
And Last Action Hero, Predator.
Yeah.
Last Action Predator.
But Conan the Red Bull, that one I didn't get. Was he in a movie called The Red Bull?
We might have to look that one up.
Okay. You guys, you look it up. Comment below. Do our work for us, damn it.
Yes, tell us that you just be like, you stupid. All of you are stupid.
Well, I am stupid. I admitted that at the beginning of this episode.
He did admit it.
I admitted that we are stupid, yes.
Yeah, so this entire episode revolves around Machio and his mentor, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And I love, what's the girl's name again?
Hibiki and
her friend.
Her friend.
They fangirl all
yeah, they're
over.
fangirling all over him. They're like, man, we love this guy so much. Haven't you ever heard of him? And the other three girls are like, who? Who is this guy?
Well, the Russian and their sensei is all like, no, we don't get it. Meanwhile, Akemi's all like, I don't even fucking care. Muscles,
I don't care.
Muscles,
I am
oh my God,
so wet over all these muscles.
Yeah, I just love the fact that every time he's on screen, Barnold.
Yeah.
Or as they eventually start shorting just Barney.
Yeah, Barney.
Whenever Barney's on screen, he's he's emitting this dark energy from his muscles.
Dark energy, or is he the bad guy?
I don't know. Oh, he's straight up just dressed like the Terminator. He even takes the sunglasses off.
Takes the sunglasses off.
The red eye.
The red eye. If you haven't figured out yet, he is definitely a shout out to Arnold.
You know, back when Arnold was young, and then he was doing the weightlifting, and he's talking about why he weightlifts, because it's just like it feels like coming
all the time.
It's like coming. It's like when you're having sex and it's coming. That's how I feel when I'm lifting.
How I feel.
That was the weirdest interview.
Yeah.
That's a real interview. He said that shit.
Yeah, that's an actual interview that he said.
Like, we're not just fucking around and just being like lewd on purpose.
Go look it up. You'd be like, what the fuck was Arnold talking about?
Like, literally, he's sitting there talking to a reporter who's trying to get a statement from him about, you know, his weightlifting and stuff like that. Like, oh, it's just like coming, you know? It's like, okay.
Okay, Arnold, nobody asked you that.
But, so, he tells Machio, he's like, He's like, oh, it's been forever since we've been together, so I came here to see how you know the how you've what was the word you used? How you decided to where you decided to take your knowledge of
muscles,
muscles or whatever. So I brought this grip weight thing.
Yeah, then they got a whole spiel about the grip thing. I'd probably destroy those things. Tangent about the Superman machine at the balls.
Oh God!
I definitely crushed that one.
Yeah,
I'd probably crush these things, even though I've never used them.
I've used one. I don't know what its resistance was, but it was tough as balls.
I think I'm gonna go get one of these just
because you can't. I was confused because they kept saying like in their instruction of how to use a gripper was like several times I said without cheating. I was like, how do you cheat on a gripper?
Yes, how do you cheat on a gripper? Like, are you gonna just
squeeze
use your entire body on it or something?
You squeeze it.
You just squeeze it,
and then you slowly let go. Squeeze, slowly let go. How do you cheat doing that? What is the cheat process there?
I would like to see, like, if this is at a school or something, and there's like an exam.
I know what it is.
What?
One day the gripper comes home from work and finds you using a different style, like using the Superman machine.
Well, I'm gonna go off on my tangent. I want to see the test at the university, where you have to take the test, the exam, and be using the gripper, and somebody getting in trouble for cheating using the gripper and expelled from the school. Like, you fucking cheated! You can't do that.
So Machio, of course, boom.
Yeah, he actually he crushes it together, and the
like have you ever
metal becomes one.
I don't know if anyone's ever done this except for me, because I know I'm weird. Like sometimes I'll just eat slices of bread because I'm bored. So I'll peel the crust off and eat the crust, and then I just have the bread left, and I squish it in my hand.
That's definitely weird.
And then I look at it and go, ha! I squished it, and I go, no. But he did.
I have never eaten bread that way, and I probably never will.
But he did this to the gripper, only minus eating it. Which would have been funny as fuck if he just went, And
Bartle looks at it and he's like, you passed the test!
You passed! I don't... This is... You talk about, like, Spanglish, like you're speaking fake Spanish with, like, English. Bottled! He definitely speaks a lot of, what would you call that Japanese and English? Japanglish! He speaks lots of Japanglish.
Yeah, he's definitely saying some English words in there.
He's saying whole English sentences.
I think he does. This is one of the best English.
I was only disappointed that they didn't try to affect an accent.
A lot of anime does have their actors do English poorly. Yes. I might add. They're just reading off the script, which they probably are.
Yeah.
They're like, and I saw you at the embassy. Okay, but he did it pretty good.
Or as if I can quickly quote the game I'm playing right now, the Metal Wolf Chaos. Let's party! So yeah.
And then we get the second part of the episode,
where it's about
Arnold is like, I want you to come to my weight, what do they call those things?
I don't know what they're called, I forgot.
Those muscle competitions where they do the poses and stuff.
That Arnold Schwarzenegger was in before he became an actor.
And he was coming all the time.
Yeah. And he's like, and I actually learned something this episode. I actually learned how those things are judged and what people do in them, other than like why
I think judging them on their hairstyle is unfair.
Apparently, and how well they oil their bodies. Apparently, that's also a thing that they're judged on.
Judging them by their hairstyle is just unfair. You're at an unfair advantage if you're bald.
Especially, what about the one Middle Eastern guy on the turban?
Yeah, the guy's wearing a turban.
He's got the goatee. They judge him on his goatee hair.
Okay.
I love it because like the Russian girl, she's all like, "Oh man, I can really sense the multiculturalness in the room." Everyone looks like exactly the same, only like mildly like different colored skin types. and then like there's one guy with a turban and a goatee. Everyone else is exactly the same.
There's one dude from the Middle East, and everybody else is just like a white dude.
Well, there's some black dudes.
There's some black dudes, well, the other muscled guys are like, man, we love doing this for Barnold. We're definitely in. And Machio has to compete because he doesn't know it's a test. But yeah, they go through a lot of stuff, and there's a segment where Hibiki and
oh god,
three of the girls are riding on Barnold.
Yes,
that's dirtier than it sounds.
Akemi, Hibiki, and Hibiki's friend.
Yeah, so they're riding on him, and
like he's doing like this.
I should stop saying that.
Like he's doing this thing, and like Hibiki sitting here,
they're sitting on top
Hibiki's
of him.
friend sitting here, and Akemi is like on his, straddling his neck.
Ew.
She was.
But it's Akemi.
Yeah, and she had the little hearts over her face the entire time.
But you know how she is about muscles.
I know. Which I want to make it a comment, but I'm not gonna, about the state of the back of Barnold's neck. And I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know where it is. You know where my brain went. I'm not saying it out loud.
But you're just stating facts.
I know I am, but I'm not going there. But they get to it's like a box,
box seats or whatever.
Yeah. And they're like, he explains the finer points of the judge done the poses, and this is how it plays out.
I've learned something, and
I learned something. I didn't know that's how those things worked.
I guess I learned that the hairstyle thing though. I just disagree, man. Disagree heavily on that.
Until it gets to the round where Machio is part of. And then they're apparently did it in groups, and the groups move to the front as it's their turn. I want to give you this. Just go, because this is supposed to be your entry anyway, as Machio comes to the fore.
This can only be explained as the greatest scene this season whatsoever.
And it's described in the episode's title. Have you ever seen God, or something like that?
Yes, have you ever seen God? You get the feeling from the title of the episode it's going to be some kind of religious experience, which it is.
Yep. During the scene, apparently this is as Barnold puts it, this is the most energetic part of the show. People were getting into the shows, the crowd, and number 18, you're the best. Number 68, your pecs are just totally ripped.
Yeah.
Number 5, number 5, and then Machio steps forward, just steps up, and just boom.
And they're like, man, I gotta get a gif of this. This is the best fucking scene ever.
They goes to Hibiki, and Hibiki's voice is sometime from now, people will describe the scene as though they looked upon the true face of God that day, or something to that effect.
Yeah, there's just this fucking brilliant white light that shines off of Machio.
And at first it's just probably
this is a spiritual experience.
Boo!
And then they pan out to the audience, and everybody's looking at him. And then everybody's clothes just fly off.
It's like this sonic boom happens, and everyone's clothes
just ripped off, and you see all these guys, and I was like, are they going to show girls?
No, it didn't matter who it was. It was men, women, and children.
Women and children in the audience, and their clothes are just flying off. And they go back up to the box seats where Hibiki and all her friends are, and then you just see all of their clothes just burst off. It's just like fucking Machio. They're having this fucking religious experience of muscles and their clothes just exploding off.
And then Hibiki even has this moment. She goes wait, because it shows them again that they're fully clothed.
Yeah, they turn around and they're fully clothed, and then they're all like, wait, we could have sworn that our clothes just flew off.
And then it goes back to Machio still standing there, and all the other muscle dudes are just, oh.
Yeah, they all bow down to him. They're like, we acknowledge your greatness.
They all say the same line. So much macho.
Yeah,
so much macho.
We're not even doing this justice. You have to fucking see it.
Dying. We were fucking dying over here. Oh my god, I loved it.
This is like something like when we were watching Excel Saga back in the day.
Yes.
Fucking great.
Yes, absolutely.
Go watch the show.
Oh, dude, if you have not seen Excel Saga, and you're into comedies in any way, shape, or form, watch Excel Saga. Especially if you're into movies, I found. Because every episode was a different genre of movie. Excel Saga is for you.
And then come back and watch this show.
Yes, absolutely.
If you're not watching it.
Which you should be.
You should be watching this show.
I rescind what I said in the first 2 episodes of the season. Now you fully should be watching the show. So I just love he comes out and Bonald's all like, you passed the second test.
You passed the second test. I knew you could do it.
But then there's a third test, and it takes place in Las Vegas in a week. And
She was like, sorry, Phil, I can't make it. I gotta work.
He's like, and Bonald's like, no!
No! I'm not coming anymore.
Not coming, no.
It's just not working.
So then, we go back to the gym, and they're all like, oh man, Gary Machio, you did awesome! And he's sitting there, standing next to this, Bonald's, personal secretary.
Yeah.
There's another dude.
Jason...
Stratham.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, and they're doing a lot of play on names just because they don't want to get people angry about using their likeness or something.
Which is confusing to me because I didn't know Jason Statham was like... He doesn't strike me as a really ripped dude.
I'm going to have to go double check this.
Yeah, maybe I will have to as well. But I mean, I've never really seen him like... shirtless or nothing. He's always like wearing a lot of clothes in the movies I see him in. So, I don't know.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 show.
Absolutely.
Go watch it.
And apparently we have a new catchphrase to show that, Stratham, or however, the pretend version of his name goes like, got a new phrase, hustle muscle.
Okay.
And then he proceeds to... He's like, hey, unless I'm needed by the plot, I'm going to be back here with the background guys.
Yeah. So, great episode.
Absolutely.
I can't get enough of
into the face of the muscle god.
When I fucking go home, I'm digging up a gif of that fucking scene, and I'm just going to watch it on repeat.
If you find one, send it to me so I can just put it looping underneath us the entire time we were talking about this.
Good idea.
Just so everyone who's watching this, all their clothes will just fly off them.
Yeah, everybody needs to have this spiritual experience.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, I love that so much. So that was How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. I love this show now. It literally has become the 2019 Excel Saga for me. It really has.
I'm glad you've seen the light.
I have been blinded by it, in fact.
Yes.
It ripped my clothes off. That's how much. I had to go change clothes before we started recording.
He did have to change clothes before we started recording.
Well, I never really changed clothes, but put new ones on. Because the other ones got
it's the same
blown
thing.
off.
Changing clothes because you just lost your old ones.
So any final thoughts on this episode?
I just gave them.
Okay, so that was the 5 animes we watched this week. So I suppose we'll give ourselves a little outro, a little weekly overview, and we'll say goodbye for the week. So that was week 9 of Anime Talk Summer 2019. Some disappointments. Well, let's hope that this is the end of the disappointments. Let's hope that now that certain story arcs are over, we can move on to
better story arcs.
Yes. And let's hope that in another episode of a certain story about children lost in space, they actually show us that connecting bridge from thought A to thought B.
You're never getting that bridge.
I know. But I can hope.
They are never going to build that bridge. That bridge got lost in the design process. They were back in there snorting coke and shit, and somebody just used the fucking papers for it, the blueprints and everything. All the fucking city engineers are back there, and they're just like, they lit it on fire, and it just burnt up, and they're like, okay. Let's just do it without the bridge.
Actually, we didn't talk about it, but during Mommy Isekai, there was that one scene where it looked like there was an animation error. Like somebody was editing it and accidentally cut.
They just cut out a part of the show because it just does not follow. It's a hard cut, and you're like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah, it's really, really weird. I don't know what happened. But yeah, that
feels like there should have been some other stuff in between it.
Yeah. I felt like a very amateurish thing when someone's making a YouTube video and they like, oh man, my video's too long. I need to cut some stuff out, and they cut some like shit out.
Is
and
the video
then, like,
too long or too short?
and they like try to like splice two halves together, but it doesn't really gel well.
Yeah. It was a noticeably bad thing. It was so bad that I cannot speak the English language anymore. But fortunately, this arc has ended.
Yes.
And hopefully we get two better arcs so that I will be able to fluently speak English once more.
So how many more Kohaku butt shots do you think we're gonna get?
Not enough.
Oh, you misogynist fuck!
That's not misogyny.
You sexist fuck!
That is appreciating the feminine form.
You know, I like the way you think. I like the way you think. Hell yeah!
I like the way I think too.
I will be honest. As much as I love Finland, and I really do, I kind of hope at some point we sort of do move past
The revenge arc.
Like that's
the revenge thing,
and like just. I'm getting a little tired of Thorfinn's, like, touch it too much, dead. It's like, okay, can we... I get that that's your motivation, but can we, like... It's getting a little stale, bro. It's getting a little stale. We've done this in, like, I don't know, every anime? Can we, like, move past that now? But, I'm hoping, like... I'll be honest, this is what I hope happens. I hope someone else kills Askeladd.
I hope Askeladd never dies.
Well, no, hear me out.
Even though I feel that he is going to probably die.
He's probably going to die. But I hope that someone else kills Askeladd so that Thorfinn can never get his revenge and he has to, like, somehow parse out his life and, have, I don't know, character development? Because if I had one complaint about Finland Saga, character development has come to a screeching halt.
They didn't. That last episode was the first episode, or the first chapter of the manga, right?
So, whoa, repeat?
It was either episode 7 or 8.
Okay.
That's where the first chapter of the story actually started.
Really?
Everything else was like flashback.
Oh, I did not know that, no.
So I feel like they handled it a little better this way because... That would be a lot of flashback to just jam right in the middle of the story.
Yeah? So you mean like Dr. Stone did? Where in the middle of the fucking show, it was like, oh, let's just flash back to all this stuff that...
that you already know.
Yeah.
Which, I'm glad they aren't doing that. Hopefully they don't go back to doing it.
That's not a plea for it, animators, if you're watching this. No! Don't do that. But, other than that, yeah, I got nothing else. Dumbbell's amazing. Astra I'm still enjoying, even though... Where was the connecting bridge to those thoughts, but...
You'll never find it.
Yeah. And hoping for more from the MILF Sakai. But we'll see what happens. So, in order for us to see what happens, we need to, get to that week.
Which requires us to hurry up and wait.
Yes. So in order to do that, we will end this episode here. If you guys enjoyed it, please let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, share it, or you can click on the annotations for the videos we've done.
And I've noticed that a lot of you have not been annotating this video, or any other videos we've been doing, so kind of disappointed in that. Please annotate the videos.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all next time.